another Disneybound cast challenge. Today I am making the Mad Hatter. I already mentioned in a previous video that I'm not super thrilled with how this one came out. The Mad Hatter is one of those characters where it's really hard to figure out his color scheme, and that's super weird, but it's something I found with a lot of Disney characters, where like it depends on the lighting or artist interpretation. Like people have drawn characters or dressed up as characters and they've worn lots of different colors, and it's really hard to get a standard. It shouldn't be. Like, there is a definitive version of these characters. It should be really easy to see what colors they are wearing, but for some reason it's a real struggle. I didn't quite know what colors to do. I wound up with a lot more green rather than blue. I kind of switched back and forth between blue and green because those are the colors that are kind of in dispute, and I wound up more green. I don't know, I think it's okay, and I don't know. I did my best. And that's all you can expect from me, right? I've already talked about how much I love Alice in Wonderland. I watched it the other day with Lexi and Sadie. They keep coming and visiting, and we just watch Disney movies when we get together and play Super Smash Bros. I got those girls so addicted to Super Smash Bros. I try to play other games with them, and they just want to keep playing Smash. It's really great. But when we finally did take a break from beating each other up, actually, we always play on a team, so we just beat up computers. But when we finally took a break from that, we did watch Alice in Wonderland, and it's just so weird, and I love it so much. It's funny, it doesn't stick to the book, like, at all. I mean, it kind of does. Definitely, you can see where they were pulling from the book. Everything in the movie was taken from the book. It just was interpreted weird and placed in different orders, and things were left out. But it's still very true to the spirit of the book, and it feels very much like that the book, in that you don't really know what's going on and what is real, and it's very trippy, and I love it. I love the book, I love the movie. I talked in my Aladdin episode about how Disney will introduce you to cultures and not be super accurate, but it'll get you interested in it, and I feel the same way about like how they did Alice in Wonderland. The Walrus and the Carpenter is one of my favorite poems. I have the whole thing memorized. And my first introduction to The Walrus and the Carpenter was the Disney version, which is different. It's kind of the same story, but they emphasize some different themes, and they definitely changed the wording. I don't really even know why. I guess they wanted it to be more of a song. I don't know. I think their interpretation is kind of odd, but that's where I fell in love with The Walrus and the Carpenter, and then when I was older, I read the real version and I memorized it, and I'm obsessed with it. I've never had quite the fixation on the Mad Hatter that a lot of Alice in Wonderland fans do. Didn't Johnny Depp play the Mad Hatter in the live-action version? I need to rewatch that one and actually watch the sequel. I never did watch the sequel. And I really liked the first one. I love Johnny Depp. I'm a huge Johnny Depp fangirl. I didn't even look at his Mad Hatter when I was making this. I went entirely by the cartoon. He did it like weirdly Scottish, but like not really. That movie was good. I kind of forgot about it until just now, and now I'm like, I need to go rewatch the live action one because it was fun. Alice in Wonderland is one of those that's open to interpretation. Lots of people have done Alice in Wonderland. They've done it as ballets. There's a million different movie versions. And so Disney doing a live action Alice in Wonderland doesn't feel like they're just remaking the cartoon, but now it's live action. And they really made it very different. And that's what I want from Disney's live action remakes. I know I went on a whole rant about how much I hate them last episode, but the live action Alice in Wonderland was good because it was a different story with a different tone and with different themes, and it brought some new ideas to this story. If you're gonna make a story again, you have to be coming at it from a different angle, doing something really different with it. Or be exactly the same, which I find kind of boring, but at least would please the nostalgia people. But they keep walking this weird line lately, where it's like exactly the same, except with jarring, strange differences that don't make sense. I mean, looking at the live-action Aladdin, talking about that one again, there were changes they made that I actually really liked. Spoilers if you haven't seen it, but I actually really liked that Genie became human at the end. I liked that he got a love story. I kind of liked his love interest and her relationship with Jasmine, giving Jasmine a female friend, even though I think it takes away from her feelings of isolation that she has in the original movie, which was important. It was still cool to see her have a female friend, and I liked that character fine. And giving Genie a love story was a really cute idea, but then, like, some of the changes were just weird. Some of the things happening in different order. Aladdin just being less heroic overall. Like the scene where he gives kids food isn't as dramatic as it is in the cartoon. And Iago becoming a gigantic killer parrot. It was just weird. weird. Like, they made weird changes that didn't really add anything to the story, but then they made changes that told a different story. And those were the changes that I liked. I want to give a good analysis of the live-action Alice in Wonderland, but I think the last time I saw it was when it was in theaters, so it's been a really long time. And I don't know why I never watched the second one. I have so many movies that I've, like, been meaning to watch. I'm currently rewatching Frasier for the, 30th time. I just love Frasier, it's one of my comfort shows, and I'm kind of in a place where I need comfort shows. We're right in the process of moving, and it's been a little bit stressful. There's just been a lot of chaos with, are we gonna get the house we want? And we're living in this really cramped apartment, which just hasn't been great. I mean, it has been. It worked out really well. We moved into an apartment so that we could really be selective in house hunting and really find the house that we want. And I'm really, really excited about the house we're moving into, but it's just been a bit of a roller coaster emotionally, and now it's just packing and cleaning, and when we get to the new house, I'm gonna have a lot of painting. Right now, I'm kind of in this weird bubble where we're still waiting for the move, so I have a lot of time, which is why I've been putting out videos recently. But I think as soon as I move, there's gonna be a space where I'm not gonna have any time, because I'm gonna be doing a lot of moving and unpacking and painting, and my mom just keeps coming up with new projects that we have to do. And yes, I live with my parents, this whole thing is with my parents, but I now work as their housekeeper, and I feel really good about that. That's actually been a really positive thing in my life, and I don't normally talk about really personal things on this channel, but my life has been weird lately. I mean, everybody's life has been weird lately. That's been 2020. It's been weird, and I've gone through a lot of weird things, but I've started working as my parents' housekeeper, taking care of all the cooking and cleaning, and it's just been a really good shift in my life, and I'm really happy about that. But it's gonna be a lot of work when we get into the new house, because I've been managing a tiny little apartment, which is much less cleaning than a 2-story house that needs 5 rooms painted and a new fireplace built and the front door painted, and I don't even know what other projects my mom is planning for me, but I'm really excited about it. I'm just gonna be really busy, so I won't be online as much, which will be really good for my mental health. Speaking of mental health, I should get back to talking about the Mad Hatter, except I think we're about ready to wrap up this episode. I had fun with this look. I don't know why I don't like it. There's something about it that I wanted to fix, but I don't know what it was, so I never could fix it. I'll be interested to hear what you guys think.
A very merry birthday
To me?
to you. A very merry birthday
For me?
for you. Now blow the candle out, my dear, and make your wish come true.
So that's it for my Mad Hatter. Let me know what you think of this look. I had so much fun making it. Let me know if there are any specific Disney characters you would like me to do bounds for. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next episode. Bye!